Grand Rising family, Supreme Grand Rising. Peace, grace, and abundance be upon you all. Peace, grace, and abundance be upon you all. Wonderful Wednesday to you all. Wonderful third day of the week. That's how I like to refer to it as. And I'm grateful for life. Truly grateful for life. And I can't complain. I can't complain. To all my brothers and sisters out here in the world, man. I don't know when we going to get it, when it's too late. That all we're here to do is be loving to one another. Like, jealousy is a taught matter. Like, even in the scriptures, the Most High say he is a jealous creator. Because we only supposed to worship one creator. But yet we out here worshiping a lot of idols. For real. And I get it. I get it to a degree when it comes to our amazing creation, which is our woman, which is extremely close to the Most High. So I understand how jealous the woman can be when they have a good man. For real. And it's all on the jealousy that they have encountered was based on what they have been taught, or what they learn, or what they have knowledge of that infuses their jealousy. Yeah, but before I go into that, giving all praise to the creator of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whose proper name is Yahuwah. All praise to Yahweh Wa Yahusha. Man, giving all respect to our ancestors. Shout out to YouTube, shout out to Instagram, shout out to TikTok, shout out to all my brothers and sisters out here in the world creating and manifesting things within their heart and soul to bring forth a lot of peace, grace, and abundance. So I'm speaking on the topic of jealousy, right? Because our woman, even us as men, we have developed this characteristic of jealousy for real. And that's all because of our confidence level is not where it should be. And I'm not no psychologist, everything. I'm just a consultant. So everything is just from my own perspective. And everyone has their own perspective. So I'm saying this because of what life has taught me. Because if you never was taught jealousy, you wouldn't know what it is. And I think it comes from lack of self-esteem and so on and so forth. So as long as we have the capability to see growth in ourselves and love life, I'm like, if you have offsprings, if you have little versions of you that you help cultivate life, you know what I'm saying? And you have that union. You was blessed to bring forth that gift in life. Oh, man, excuse me, y'all. I'm talking, didn't even realize the camera had shifted. Tighten that up a little bit. So, yeah. I got to adjust it without messing with the... Yeah, so if you had created life, that's your duty to create life. So if you're grateful, especially to people that truly love their offsprings, right? Love their little versions of them. Having your life, your confidence level should be on 1 million because you created life. And everything that life has taught you especially negatively, let that go, because you was able to create life. So you live through that which you created, and you can be the better version of yourself through that which you created. So on that jealousy aspect of things, if you're super grateful for life because you created life, your confidence level should be on 1 million as well. And I know it's not like that for a lot of our brothers and sisters out there. That's something you really got to work on. And it's not going to be an overnight thing. That's something you got to push forward on. And I'm speaking on this. I know I'm going to get a lot of comments on this, and it's all because my fiance is really not cool. My wife, my queen, she is not cool with my best friend. You know what I'm saying? And just so happened, I've had relations with my best friend. And I wasn't with my wife at the time. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't with my queen at the time. This something that it wasn't planned. The Creator had plans for me and this great individual, and my wife, my fiance, is an amazing individual. It happened before me and my wife reconciled, got back together. I'm going to put it all the way out there. My wife left me. She left me, and I don't fault her for leaving me, because at a time in her life, things was like really, 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 really topsy-turvy. And at this time, she was growing a life inside of her from me. Being real. She was growing a life in her from me. And because life was very unkind to her, she decided to make the decision of not holding on to that life. Y'all know what I'm saying? I ain't got to go into detail, be all gross and grotesque and all that about. That was a woman's decision. That was her decision. That's between her and the Most High. And I came to terms with that, because we can only speak on how we feel. We're not here to be judge or executioners, or we're only here to guide our fellow man and fellow woman the right way, for real. You know, at the end of the day, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, so on and so forth. But that's for the Creator to decide who is meant to dish out those penalties, for real. Because those that's doing these things out of spite, out of egotisticalness, you know, as far as these magistrates and all that, that's going way beyond their duty when it comes to their fellow man and woman, for real, and, you know, not dealing with matters according to the law of the land. But that's on them. That's the Most High is gonna pass judgment on them in due time. But my queen, you know, that was her decision, and I came to terms that I'm going to love her regardless. I'm going to forgive her, because in this world, the world that we live in, if the Creator can make a way for the birds and the bees, the insects and the trees to eat, the Creator's going to make a way for His most valuable creation to prosper and do the same. That's just how I feel about that. So her decision was her decision. So she left. So I fell on extremely bad times, really, really bad times. And this is, let me backtrack again. Forgive me, y'all. This is video, I think this is like video 60 or video 59. Between 59 and 60 or 61, this is the video working at the new barbershop. Barbershop is dope, y'all. It is what it is. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. I got appointments early right now. So I'm grateful. So back to my fiance. So back to my queen. I'm grateful for, being in her life. She been in my life. But when she left me, I was devastated, and I fell on extremely hard times. Extremely hard times. And I like when you blessed, I had the energy of Yusuf and in the Quran and in the Bible. It's Joseph in the Bible and it's Yusuf in the Quran. And Joseph is nothing but Yusuf because the letter J didn't come into existence till after the 1600s. So the J was a yus sound, not a just sound. So moving forward, I have the energy of Yusuf in me, and be real with you, my mom named me Joseph. You know what I'm saying? So I have that gift. She put that spell on me or giving me that name of the ancestor Yusuf. So, and they call me Yusuf as well. You know what I'm saying? So I have that gift in me. Yusuf have the gift of foreseeing into the future. He could tell who's going to be good for someone and the energy, so on and so forth. He can read energy. He know what's going on before it happened. And I've been blessed to been amazed that I have those same characteristics. So me falling on bad times and me coming amongst a young lady that all she did was want to help me. And yeah, it initially started out as an attraction. I didn't think it was going to grow past or grow beyond, something, just physical. You know what I'm saying? At that time. But once I talked and got to know this young lady, she ended up being a purely genuine friend. So throughout our interactions with each other, we came to terms that regardless of what we don't do, if we don't have a relationship far as, husband and wife or so on and so forth, we're going to be friends no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Because you're different. She says she sees something real different and powerful in me, and that she will always just want to be my friend, because she was never pressed for the intimate thing, and it was more or less, if I wanted it, that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't pressed upon. It wasn't, because I done been in relationships with women like really, I didn't even want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Be intimate at times, and these females got mad at me. Certain females and to all my men out there, it ain't nothing like having your own, because when you're building and you with a woman that has more than you, this, that, and the third, grind it out and get your own, y'all. Because I've been in instances where women was like, oh, you don't want to be intimate with me? Get out my house, and ooh, and they done did all that goofy stuff to me. So I done been through it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I done been so in love with a chick, you know what I'm saying? With a good woman. Like, I used to be outside her door. I used to do the goofiest stuff, like, for real, yo. I was real live goofy, for real. I'm talking about outside the door, thinking they gonna be like, oh, he a loyal one, he genuine, I'm gonna let him in. Like, I be outside a female door, y'all. Like, shorty had me down bad. But I did a lot of goofy stuff. So make a long story short, My friend ended up being my best friend, you know what I'm saying? And she has a connection with my parents, you know what I'm saying, and my grandparents. You know what I'm saying? Like, because during the time when my wife was not in my life, this woman was there for me, and she was there for my mom and my grandmother when I couldn't be there. So, you know, when women has a way of connecting and bonding on a whole nother level that a man can't even fathom. So that's what happened. She ended up connecting, you know what I'm saying, with the most intimate people in my life, which is my mom and my grandma, you know what I'm saying? My dad is kidnapped in bondage, but I know once he is blessed to be amongst her, I know he gonna end up feeling the same. So because of this connection, and I was blessed because my friend held me down, and I so happened to be on Facebook, and I saw a picture of my queen's aunt, which I always thought it was her because her and her aunt look so much alike. So I reached out on Facebook. Me and my wife, we reconciled, got back together, and I told her everything from the jump. Told her everything from the jump, what's going on, what I've been through, and all that. And that time she be like, "Oh, I understand. This, that, and the third. Just make sure it's respect all in place. This, that, and the third." And I be like, "All right, cool." And then she get to flipping again because she said in her brain, all she think about is the fact that I was with her intimately at a time in my life, and that it's randomly she can be around me at times. In which I understand that because I don't want nobody around her and she don't want nobody around me. But it's about trust, and we as a people, like, the only way we're going to really achieve our greatness in life is together. I mean, shown up together. I mean, seriously, together we can really achieve greatness together. Together. For real, for real. So it's like I'm trying to get her to see that if I never told her about this individual, because this when I go for information, I told her that me and this young lady was intimate at one stage in our lives, you know what I'm saying? And that's all she think about. And then when I elaborate on these things to her, I be like, I say, you're thinking about the way I treat you, and that whenever this woman is around me, you're thinking I'm going to give her a part of me the way I give you a part of me. And that's what's messing with your your thought process that got you all over the place. And she never disputes what I'm saying. So all I'm saying is this, y'all. We gotta learn to love life on its whole in its whole entirety, and do our best to let go of the past. Because if you have a gift, because I call my wife, my fiance, my gift, and if she takes me back, or if we decide to get an overstanding and us to build on these things and really just make it work, I'm gonna be grateful. But if not, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because this is someone, like, I could have been homeless. I was homeless. And this lady reached out and held me down. I could have been ended up really, really worse off, drugs. God forbid, you know what I'm saying? But I could have been dead. Like, this woman really poured into me that let me know, like, when I was ready to tap out at certain times, she was like, no, you not. Don't you do that. You are great. You are a king. She used to pour this into me on a regular. You understand what I'm saying? And she was like, I'm your friend no matter what. I don't want nothing from you other than to know that you okay. And that's all I let my wife know, is my fiance, my queen, know. All she want to know is that I'm okay. Like, the biggest thing we had an issue about, like, I spent a lot of money over the last couple days, and I had it, but I didn't want to spend it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, damn, I'm down bad, for real, for real. I gotta make it do what it do. But that's a story for another day. We'll get into that, because I always feel as though we are the money. You know what I'm saying? As long as we got the energy to go out and get money, we gonna get money. And that's what I got to keep in my brain and stop letting money control my decisions. For real, for real. But at the end of the day, we need that to survive. It's that and the third, because real money is gold and silver. So in the time being, we gotta use these promissory notes, these fiat currency to build up and get to where we gotta get. So I'm 20 minutes in, y'all. I just want to know that I appreciate you all and I love you all. I'm gonna do part two to this. Understanding the woman. Understanding your queen. Peace, y'all. Shalom.